Hi, Paleolithic Digger here, aka the Dirt Farmer. So, I've made a few Totem Time videos, and that was from the 1.5 to 2 foot hole, 4 to 6 inches deep, anywhere 6 inches to ground level deep. I got all the rocks that were right in that little area. Different sizes. I split them up into threes. Started making totems out of 1, 2, 3 of them. I still had 3 others to kind of figure out. Well, it's totem time. Hope all's well in YouTube land and beyond. Sorry I missed that, but let me go ahead and flip the camera around. We'll look at another totem. I think this is 9, 8 or 9. I'll have to go back and look. But no further ado, here we go. Hope you enjoy. Okay, remember, pair of 3, pair of 3, pair of 3, 3, and then these 3, and then these 3. That's the little face with the bird stone. I think this was the last one I did some videos on the totem being together. This was a little different positions. There, I need that light. Remember, the bird sat on top of its head, and then it had a little base that this sits on. Okay, so we've put that one together. We've put this one together. We've put this one together. I still gotta try to play with them too. But here's this set. Okay. Now I'll explain once again. These 3 rocks are of the same type stone, if not same stone. Okay. They're all pretty much proportionate in size and weight. Same with these 3. Same with these 3, as you can see. Same with those 3. And same with those 3. Same with these 3. Okay. Here's a story. Let's get into it a little bit. So that's kind of like a bird. See a bird head? The whole picture now. And he's perched up. This is his tail. Comes around. That's his little wing right there. Right? Okay, so the whole image kind of is like, and if I could turn it, you'd probably get the image a little better. Okay. Well, and then remember I said like split. Let me see where that pointer is. Remember what I said? Split. So I just gave you a whole image with the whole piece, right? Now let's break it down even further and split this thing in half. Well, you can see that we've got a face of some sort. Eye, nose, mouth. Looks like some kind of animal. Alright. This one is some type of animal. Alright. Alright. We break it down even further. We're gonna start finding ghost faces and stuff in it. Pictures of pop back for her. I know not because I let her go. Okay. I can see it. Trying to get it to come up good on here. But here's a face here, right? Looking this way. Got some kind of type of headdress on. Okay. I'll zoom in here in a minute. And you'll see this one, right? It's kind of evil looking. Nose. It's got two nostrils. Mouth. Depending on the angle you go, it changes a little bit. Becomes something different or a different gesture on the face. Here we go. Eye, nose, mouth. Let's see if we can get some light. Let's see. Not available by using ultra wide lens. So let's go back down on the. That's not really gonna. On the camera, don't really help. Kind of takes a lot of shadows and angles out that you need. Let me get up out of this stool too. Which one y'all want me to zoom in on? Let's see. I'm just tipping all kinds of shit over. Here. I ain't gonna pause. Let me pull the stool up. Let's see here. We're gonna change his head around. Usually this takes two hands, but I'm going to attempt this with the one hand. Okay. See, I knew I probably needed two hands. Now how did I just have, how did we had it like that? Okay. Let's see if I can do this. See if we can find another head position real quick. Okay. I see this locking lip. I remember I've tried to explain that before. That little ledge to help it sit on something. I see the angle of that. right here, there's a little dip. That little dip is this little dip right here. So it locks and balances right in that little notch. If I was to move it out of that notch, you can see the notch a little better now. Right there at the tip of my finger. If I was to move that notch away from out of that little notch right there. Oh, there, can you all see that now? Kinda. Right here, there's a little. Okay. If I move that notch a little forward on his head, then it makes it uneven. It's going to fall. Looks pretty, you know. I mean, it's still up there, but it's not its locking point. I try to stress locking points, so it's not its locking point. I might be able to get it to stand on some of them on a certain spot up top, but it's not steady. Like when I set that, if I set that back on there on that locking point and let that bird hang, I can come in here and I can turn this base and body and head together completely around without it falling. Now if I was to place this and it's still balanced out, sorry y'all, and it's still balanced out, but it wasn't in that locking point, when I go to start to turn this, it's going to collapse it. Okay, so you got to find the locking points in these things. So a little rounded knot on that thing. It's more a little rounded or chiseled out than that little thing, more like a cup. Okay, this rock flows down over this edge, so does the tail of this piece. This flattens out. This is a little flat out spot. So that just, man, I had the camera down again. So that little notch, little flat spot, the drop down, all that lines with that to the T, to having a locking spot in it right there also, you know. And what I just tried to show you, putting it on a minute, I kind of fumbled it, and it just fell right into place itself. Right? So it's in its locking position. Now, to add validity to what I'm speaking here, in this locking point and standing them up, you know, people are like, you're just finding the balance points of said stones. Well, all the balancing points that I'm finding are what I call my locking points in an original totem. Oh, I got ahead of myself. Okay. The ones that I'm doing tell a story. You see this face right here, right? With the bird headdress, right? Okay, it's a face. Eyes, nose, mouth. Remember, I said you could take this whole picture and break it down to smaller portraits. Well, look at right there. Home dude's chin or nose makes another bird head. Eye, nose, mouth. You see that one? So I just took you off the whole face. And I told you, find the whole picture. And then from the whole picture, start dissecting it. When you start dissecting from the whole picture, your eyes will open up and show you the other images, the other artwork that's on it. Okay? Oh, look, there's the whole face with the eye, the nose. All right? Tells a story. And we all see this face, right? Kind of evil looking face to me. Right? Oh yeah. Now when you move and at different angles, you're going to get different depictions, different pictures, different stories out of the said rock. I mean, hell, this right here, where's my pointer at? This whole thing right here kind of reminds me of like a wolf or something, or a bear. I mean, this is an ear, there's an eye, there's a snout, nose. I could be wrong, and that's just the way I'm looking at it right in this way. Now look at here. This looks like some kind of image. It looks like a bird separating maybe another bird. So you gotta break it down. Oh no, I can see this image a little bit different now. So here's a line. It looks like, I don't know, feathers or a tree or something. It's got a line that comes down, comes through it. Comes through it, up and over, with the line down that way. Or depending on how you turn and look at the symbol, this almost looks like it's a whole thing here on a line. It's back to that bird thing. And the face right here. See it? Eye, nose, mouth. It's got it open. So his cheek's got that little. Oh, we could go so deep into that. Same with this one here. I mean, I just broke the whole face and then brought this face out. I mean, let's go smaller. There's a ghost face. Here's another ghost face right here. Oh, another one right here. Another one right here. Here. Dark on that side. Alright. Let's see. So we did that. Did I show that yet? I think I did. Oh, there you go, dropping the camera down again. And remember I said this is almost impossible one-handed. Oh, we did see that just a minute ago. We're going to see if this head goes on any other way. Okay. Alright, let's see here. I kind of like that. I like that. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I wasn't paying attention to the camera. I was paying more attention to the totem. And since this is a way I haven't put it on, I'm going to flip the camera around. Set this up right here. Hopefully we stay. Okay, what was I just trying to do? I've put it on that way.